What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name's Anna. Nice to meet you. Please subscribe below if you haven't. Before we get started with this video, I just want to say thank you so much for 1,000 subscribers. I know for you guys, it's just like a little button that you have to click, but for me, it actually means so much. So thank you so much for doing that. And again, if you haven't subscribed, please do so because it would mean a lot. So today I have a really fun video that I thought would be interesting to film. I'm going to be talking about rookie mistakes that WVU freshmen make. So these are things that when I'm walking around campus or I'm out at night or whatever, I can literally look around and say, freshman, 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 freshman. So I'm going to tell you, and hopefully you'll learn from me and you won't make them, because I don't like seeing it. I feel bad for you because you just might be like embarrassing yourself and people can tell and they'll make fun of you, and you know. So here we go. I'm going to tell you the mistakes so that hopefully you don't make them. Number one. This is the number one mistake that every freshman makes. I don't know why, but just everybody makes it. Wearing your freaking lanyard everywhere. When you come for new student orientation or when you move in, or I don't know when they give them to you, they give you this white and blue lanyard. And every freshman just thinks it's the coolest thing ever and hangs it around their neck and puts their keys or their wallet or whatever on it. And it is so obvious because it is the freshman lanyard, as I call it. Nobody else calls it that, but non-freshmen don't wear that. So if you get that lanyard, put it in a drawer or use it at home, but do not put it around your neck and wear it all over campus because we will know. Okay, number two. This is for the girls. Hooking up with frat boys in the first week and catching feelings. A lot of girl freshmen come in and they see cute frat boys the first week and they think they're so cute and they hook up with them and then they think that they're dating now. That's not how it works. They are using you because they know you're a freshman. So please do not make that mistake. I see so many freshmen get so upset because they think that it's their like life partner that they're hooking up with in college their freshman year, and it's not. Okay, it's not. It doesn't work like that. Okay, third thing, if you do choose to drink, not that I condone college drinking, but if you do choose to drink, so many freshmen move in to college without any alcohol with them. And let me tell you the problem. The problem with that is you don't have any alcohol. And so for the first week, you're gonna have to either find somebody who can buy you alcohol, which as a freshman, all your friends are probably freshmen, and you probably don't know anybody that can buy you alcohol, so you will be without it. Or you're gonna have to go to the frats and drink there, and that can be very dangerous, especially with welcome week. So if you do plan on drinking and you wanna do it safely, and you've got cool parents or a cool sibling, I would probably recommend bringing your own so that you know what you're drinking, and it's just makes the whole process a lot easier. Number four, gaining the freshman 15. This should be a pretty obvious one, but I feel like everybody comes into college saying, oh, that's not going to be me, I'm going to eat healthy. And then you realize that there's a Chick-fil-A on dining plan in the lair. Try to limit the Chick-fil-A to like twice a week. It's going to be difficult. Trust me, I've been there. But just be conscious because it'll creep up on you. Number five, I think. Not walking your class route before your first day. Pretty much every class I was in my freshman year, within the first 10 minutes, somebody would randomly get up and walk out because they realized they're in the wrong classroom. It's kind of embarrassing. I'm sure you don't want that to happen to you, so I would recommend, you've got like 4 or 5 days before classes starts after you move in, so just go with your friends and walk around from one classroom to another just to make sure you know exactly where you're going. It's going to make the first day so much less stressful because you kind of know what you're doing. Buying the textbooks before class. A lot of teachers or professors don't even require you to have the book. A lot of the professors might require you to have the book, but in reality, you can pass the class with an A without ever touching the textbook. I'm speaking from experience. So only buy the textbook if you really, really have to. Another mistake that freshmen make is not looking up their professors on ratemyprofessor.com. Not sponsored, wish it was, but if you don't know what it is, it's basically a website that has a huge database of professors from a whole bunch of colleges across America. So you can look up your professors and see the reviews on them, see how hard or easy of a class it is, which is a really great indicator of how hard the class is going to be and if you're going to fail or not, and that way you can change your schedule before you get yourself into a shit pie of horrible professors. Another rookie mistake freshmen make is sitting in the back on the first day. Now, usually you'd think, okay, a rookie mistake is probably sitting in the front row. Incorrect. So many people, because they're nervous, because it's their first time in college and it's a huge class or whatever, just sit in the back and try to look invisible. And the reason why that's a problem is because no one, and I mean no one, has enough discipline to sit in the back and listen to every word the professor's saying. It's so easy to just go on your computer and completely disregard what's going on in class. Sit in the front row. It's going to force you to listen because the professor is like looking at you the whole time. It doesn't make you look like a nerd. It's going to make you be able to graduate because you won't fail the class. Another big rookie mistake that freshmen make is telling people they're a freshman. So you can tell people you're a freshman like most times. Where it becomes a problem is if you're at a party or a club and some guy's talking to you and they ask what year you are and you say you're a freshman. That's like a light bulb in their head of, let me take advantage of you. I know that lying is not good, but I would recommend not telling people in frats or at the club that you're a freshman. Say you're a sophomore at least. Another rookie mistake that freshmen make are not taking advantage of tutoring opportunities. So at WVU specifically, there is a whole bunch of tutoring. I think there's tutoring for just about every subject you could possibly think of. Just look up College of B&E WVU tutoring and you should find a whole bunch of resources. They have tutoring for just about every business type class. I know that the library also has English tutoring and I think math tutoring. Take advantage of those because if you don't know how to do something, figure it out. Like, you can't just breeze through it and pretend like that's not going to make you fail. Like, you need to learn the material, and if you don't know the material, you either need to go to office hours with your professor or go to tutoring so you can figure it out. Okay, another rookie mistake that freshmen make is not buying a planner and not using a planner. What I do every semester during Silly Week is I take all of my syllabi and I look at them all at one time and put every single due date in my planner so that I don't miss something, and as I go on week to week I can see, oh, I have this exam on Thursday or I have this quiz due on Tuesday or whatever it might be. I don't understand how college students don't use a planner. Like, do you guys just like memorize every single date in your head, or do you just like take a guess? Like, please let me know. I don't really understand that. Anyway, I don't think it's a good idea. I think you should probably get a planner. I literally live by my planner or Google Calendar or whatever you want to use. Just write them down because you will forget, and before you know it, you're dropping out. So another rookie mistake that freshmen make is signing a lease for next year either too early or too late. So in one of my other WVU videos, I mentioned that you should sign your leases pretty early because houses in particular go quick in Morgantown, and that still is true. However, especially with apartments or things that there's a lot more supply of that don't go as fast, don't sign a lease too early with people that are flaky. So if you have some friends that are super cool and you think, oh, it'd be so fun to live with them next year, and you sign a lease and then one of them drops out and then doesn't come back the next semester, you're screwed and you have to find somebody to fill in for their lease, or else you're going to have to pay the rent. Stuff like that happens all the time. So just make sure you're really careful when you're signing leases with friends or with potential roommates because so many people get in like sticky situations with that. Living is hard. Living with people and renting is one of the shittiest parts about college, I have to say. But just make sure you're careful with it and you know what you're getting into. Okay, another rookie mistake that freshmen make, this is for the freshmen that might live off campus or live on Evansdale. If you're gonna drive to school, a lot of freshmen don't account for the traffic. In front of the mountain lair is this huge square where a whole bunch of people walk, and there are two roads going right in the middle of it. The traffic gets literally insane. Like, I've never seen worse traffic anywhere in my entire life. If you're driving to school, make sure you plan at least 10 to 30 minutes of margin into your routine so that you have time to sit in traffic and find a parking spot in the lair. Okay, here is another huge mistake I see freshmen make, and I feel so bad for people that do this. I want to say, like, this isn't the case all the time. There are some times when people learn to work it out, and that's great, but so many freshmen come into school with a long distance girlfriend or boyfriend that goes to college somewhere else, and although sometimes, maybe about 10% of the time, they work things out and they're able to stay together through college, which claps to you because I don't know how you do it. But for the rest of the 90% of people, it just doesn't work. It is so hard. You're meeting all these new people. You both are going into this whole new phase of your life, and it's hard to keep a relationship, especially when you're so young. Like, you do not need to have all that going on. So be cautious of that. Really think about if who you're with is who you really want to be with, because it will be difficult. Oh, this is a big one. Oh my gosh. Okay, rookie mistake that freshmen make at WVU. Trying to use your fake to get into the big bars downtown. If you do this, it is so noticeable that you're a freshman. You will never get in. And so many people just think, oh, my fake's good. No. They barely let people of age into these bars because the bouncers are so good and they can really tell when it's a fake or not. So the bars are Fat Daddy's, Joe Mama's, Baby Squirrel, Sports Page. There might be some others that I'm forgetting. But those are like the main bars that you should not try to use a fake at, because they will know and you will get embarrassed, and they will also take your fake. Another rookie mistake that freshmen make is not making plans for game day. So a lot of people think you can just get up, put your shirt on, like the one I'm wearing today. By the way, do you guys like this? I thought it was very fitting. Cheer for beer. Oh, you probably can't even see this, but it says cheer for beer, just trust me. So a lot of freshmen do not plan out their game days, and they show up to the stadium or the parking lots and walk around and like think they're gonna have the best time ever. And I don't know, like maybe some people, maybe that works for you, I don't know. But personally for me, you just can't show up and expect to have alcohol given to you and be invited randomly to a tailgate. I mean, people are friendly, but like, you should find somebody who has parents or who has somebody that is holding their own tailgate for you to go to and like hang out there, because walking around the whole day is just not as fun as it sounds. The frats oftentimes have their own tailgates, so you should probably like check in, like look around, see if they're having anything. That's always like a safe place to go, but just don't show up without any plans and then walk around and it's hot and you get irritated and then you get hungry and you're sober, and it's just like not a fun time. Also, how you're getting to games. It is so hard to get to games because the PRT only opens at a certain time on weekends, so if you want to get there early, you can't with the PRT. Ubers are so difficult to get and the surge prices are insane. Walking can be a long walk, so just make sure you're planning all those things out so that you have a pleasant game day experience, stress-free. Another mistake that freshmen make is not, how do I put this? Getting started with their career. You're in college and it's time to like get down to business and focus on the fact that you're here for a reason and you intend to graduate with some kind of skills and some kind of profile that's attractive so that corporations will hire you, right? A lot of freshmen don't take advantage of the job fairs and all the other resources that the school offers. A big one that some people might not know about is that they offer free headshots at every career fair. So if you want to go to a career fair, even if you don't want to like walk around and talk to all the vendors, go to the career fair, dress nice, and get a free headshot. They'll email it to you and you can put it on your LinkedIn. You can put it on any kind of student profile that you have. It's just so important to have a headshot, and it's so nice to have a professional photo whenever you need to whip it out, because it makes you feel badass. You know what I mean?